Good morning, Cappuccino. Here is our warm-up for today, May 6th. So some of you are still having a hard time when there are x's on both sides of the equation. Remember, we need to get all the x's to the left side. So we're going to use the balance method to get rid of this 3x. So this is a positive 3x. So to get rid of it, I'm going to have to minus 3x, because 3x minus 3x is no x's. It will go away. But if I minus 3x's from this side of the equal sign, I have to do the same thing to the other side to keep things equal. If I do something to one side, I have to do the same thing to the other side. All right, so 3x minus 3x just goes away, so I'm left with negative 4. And then on the left-hand side, 2x minus 3x, well, 2 plus negative 3 would be negative 1. So if I do this, I get negative 1x, but I still have my plus 7. Now you can continue with the balance method if you want, or we could do deconstruction. Since most of you like deconstruction, I'll switch to deconstruction now. So x equals, what's happening to x? It's being times by negative 1. So it's being times by negative 1, and then it's being added by 7. So negative 1x plus 7 equals 4. Oh, negative 4, sorry. I almost forgot the negative. See the minus 4? That's the same as negative 4. Negative 4. I almost missed that. All right, so now I need to do the opposite of plus 7, which is minus 7. Negative 4 minus 7, that's the same as negative 4 plus negative 7. That's a lot of negatives. That would be negative 11. And now I have times negative 1, so the opposite would be divide by negative 1. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. And 11 divided by 1 is just 11. Now I'm going to do a check to make sure it works. So where my x's are, I'm going to change that to 11. Let's see if it works. So 2 times 11 plus 7, does that equal 3 times 11 minus 4? So I'm going to parse, underline, underline. 2 times 11 is 22, plus 7. 22 plus 7 would be 29. So I got 29 on this side. Let's see what happens here. So I'm going to rewrite, change that to plus and negative. Parse, underline plus side, underline, multiply. 3 times 11 is 33, plus negative 4. 33 plus negative 4, that would be 29 also. 29 equals 29. Happy face! I got it right, and I checked it. Okay? So, when you have x's on both sides of the equal sign, you need to get rid of the x's on the right-hand side. We only like having x's on the left. Okay, now, a lot of you are having a hard time in math space with finding the slope between 2 points. So this is how the problem looks in math space. Okay, en math space, están las palabras para los problemas en math space. So este es un ejemplo de math space. Okay, so in math space, they tell you this, and then they give you a graph. They actually graph it. But you can do it on your own paper. You can make your own graph. So I'm going to graph these points. En math space, hay un dibujo de este puntos en un graph. So usted no necesita escribir un graph cuando usted está en math space, pero quizás es más fácil si usted tiene la graph en su papel. So yo me voy a escribir la graph en mi papel. So I'm going to set up my x-axis and my y-axis. and I'm going to plot my points. So -4, 1. -4, that's to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 1. That's point A. Point B, -3, -2. So 3 to the left, and then 2 down. That's my point B. To find the slope, I need the line in between them. But then I'm going to find the rise and the run. The rise is how far do I need to move up or down to get to point B. So I'm going to go down. So that means it's going to be negative. It's negative because I'm going down. How many spaces? 1, 2, 3. -3. That is my rise. So my rise, the answer to my rise is -3. Okay, the run is side to side. Okay, rise is up and down. The run is side to side. So how far over do I have to run? Just 1 space. So what's my run? My run is 1. 1. So my slope is rise divided by run. And what's -3 divided by 1? I can reduce that. That just equals -3. So that's what you're doing in math space. So it can help if you make your own graph in your notebook to put the points. That way you can count the spaces easier. Okay, so cuando usted está en math space, quizás es más fácil si usted use su papel con cuadraditos y pone una gráfica y pone sus puntos and to count, contar, I don't know how to say that, to count the spaces, espacios. ¿Cuántos espacios arriba o abajo? Este es la rise. ¿En cuántos espacios a la derecha? Este es la run. La run siempre es a la derecha. La rise es posible es arriba o es abajo. Cuando es arriba, la slope está positivo. Cuando es abajo, es negativo. La rise es negativo y la slope es negativo. All right. We are having office hours today at 12 o'clock. I want to see everybody there. The people that I really, really want to see at office hours today are the people who are having a hard time in math space. So the people who are having a hard time in math space are, I would like to see Edith, Eddie, Vladimir, Wendy, Gerardo, Alex, Hans Carlo, and Gabrielle. Please come to office hours so we can help you with math space. I'm so happy you guys are all working really hard in math space, but I think you need some help. Okay, so come to office hours today so Mr. Alvarez can explain in Spanish, and I can explain in English if you want it in English too. Okay, hope to see you there. Miss you guys. Bye-bye.